I guess this is what I'm doing. I'm buying it. Yeah, but the movie holds up.
It did not a wasted frame. That's just like it's just so efficient and it's so well structured. I mean, Heather, Matt, you guys like this movie? I assume
it is not only a well-written, well-structured film, but it is such a technical achievement that holds up impeccably. Like nothing in that film has aged, and it is astonishing to watch now as then, especially since it's not a fucking thing that like movies started doing after Roger Rabbit. They so difficult. Space Jam and Cool World. I feel like nobody was like, oh, let's do a half live action film.
Yeah, like good enough for me.
Right. I love it. I love it. Mary does not love it. I probably went through the ride. Like I don't think I saw it like slowly until I was an adult, but
Come on.
Try this on the side. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Like every time I watch it, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
It's got to it's so crazy. What it is to me is what I found staggering, especially knowing more about how just made that I did as a kid when I initially watched it. Although I watched it as an adult.
Check this out.
Is that it's
not
like
that.
I'm up.
But also the degree of difficulty is so high and they intentionally make things harder on themselves just to make it.
You're gonna be in a world of hurt.
It's like the camera is moving.
You're in it now.
Explained behind live action and parts on the other side. They're doing all these things.
Let's do it.
Feels like every
I'm
shot
not
is
backing
like
down.
they're aiming for that high degree of difficulty. Like they're if they die for something.
Let's go.
You're gonna be in a world of hurt.
For the shading of the characters, but for the most part, it was like all cell animation. This is before like they like had to like just meticulously track every shot, know where everything is, and I almost feel like it's one of those things where it was like they were forced to be like perfectionists because of the difficulty of the technology. Now you watch something like Space Jam or like Looney Tunes Back in Action, and I feel like the fact that it's just kind of like, well, you can put the camera anywhere, and the computers can kind of like, well, figure out where the tunes go. It's like the fact that they had to be, other than on top of which Zemeckis is just a perfectionist as a director. Like I feel like it's the demand, like the difficulty of the technology demanded perfection.
I can't believe when you really like. The movie's nominated for Best Picture in the year that Who Framed Roger Rabbit came out. Are The Last Emperor, Broadcast News, Fatal Attraction, Hope and Glory, and Moonstruck.
Let's do it.
And when you look at that list, you're like, how? What? And we know that the Academy did nominate like big movies because they nominate things like Titanic and Star Wars. The fact that Who Framed Roger Rabbit wasn't nominated for Best Picture is dumb. They're dummies.
Let's fight.
Another like come on, fine, but maybe I'll let's go and Brian the other side.
I Last Emperor is good, but also I don't. But I don't know. And also, like ultimately, the Academy Awards don't matter that much because it just becomes a trivia question. Because ultimately, what's going to endure is what's going to endure. Whatever, like what's in the greater. But you're looking at me with a furrowed expression.
Do you think the Academy Awards don't matter?
Yeah, because it ultimately turns into like it's like who won the Academy Award in 1996? Oh, that's interesting. I forgot about that. I haven't thought about it. It's like how.
That's the way you treat all information. Is what I'm just.
I'm up.
Like, huh? So you can put cheese on a sandwich? Oh, that's interesting. Like,
You're gonna get stung.
Look, I think the Oscars are garbage, and I think that they nominate the wrong movies and award the wrong movies almost every year. But there is
Try
something.
this on your side.
I mean, if you're gonna that is self-imposed by movies, why not have the movie? Like, I feel like it matters a little bit more than you do at least.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I kind of, to me, I read the cheers in the rain sense. Just like it's so no one really ultimately people care in the moment, but then ultimately it's just what has lasting powers that was given to the statuette that you need.
I mean, what are we talking about now? Out of Avatar or Gremlin?
Right, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, one won Best Picture of 1984, one wasn't even nominated, but I don't see a Africa poster on my wall.
And we should talk about your shirt as well, because you talked about a video game adaptation of a movie, and you were wearing a Goonies shirt. Goonies video game. I played specifically the Goonies 2 game for NES. Have you ever messed around with Goonies 2?
I have never. That was a big like holy grail game for me growing up because for some reason like none of the rental places in my hometown could rent it, but I was a big Goonies fan.
Should I open it?
Was like a big deal. Sweet. A game I didn't get to play as an adult until I was an adult.
Yeah.
Well, amazed to find out like it definitely like I don't know which ones were reusing what, but definitely reusing like kind of like graphics and music from Friday the 13th game or vice versa.
Yeah, it's a Konami game if I recall, and it's got like it's kind of a Metroidvania, but then also when you go into certain passages, it turns into like the Friday the 13th first-person exploration / puzzle solving.
Should I
so
open it?
that element. It's one of the games that because I was so bad about finishing games for the most part as a kid. I finished like like the big ones. I finished like your Super Mario's and your Metroids and your Zeldas and your Final Fantasy. But if I just like got a game because I thought I'd lose interest quick and then go back to a game that I liked, but Goonies 2 was a game that held my interest enough where I actually finished it. And I think that and DuckTales were the only licensed games I ever played where that was the case. As a kid.
It's an excellent
DuckTales rules.
DuckTales rules.
DuckTales is one of my favorites. That's the same here. One of the few games I finished as a kid, and also just like I think probably like it's one of those licensed NES properties game that I think really keyed in. So like what do I like about this property?